Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. So I'm going through all of my stomping grounds this month. Right now I'm in front of Bancroft Middle School, Bancroft Cougars. It is definitely tucked away in the cut, unlike Hollywood High and all these other places that I like to go to. This one's kind of out of the way. Here. We are here. I finally came back to this place. Honestly, don't think I came back to this school not one time after I graduated. Like, it's because it's so tucked away in a corner somewhere. Like, I think the last time I was actually here was my graduation day. I really believe that. With my, what was it? I think it was Lugs white shoes on. It was Lugs. But I have not been here in such a very long time, man. 1996, to be exact, was the last time I walked through here. A lot of y'all might not even been born yet, man. A lot of grown people walking around were not born yet when I last walked down this street right here. But this is my middle school, man. Middle school was very, very, very intricate in my life, you know. Obviously, years here, even though, to be honest with you, this was one of the times in my life where, if I'm not mistaken, I stopped wanting to go to school. This was kind of in the area where coming of age, didn't really feel comfortable around a lot of people, really feeling my anxiety. My my body was really not in shape. I had let all of that bad food that I'd been eating and sitting around that I'd been doing kind of get me to a place where I really wasn't comfortable with myself. And then I had to go to a school like this where image meant a lot, although we all had uniforms on, so we couldn't wear a lot of, wasn't like we were wearing clothes and stuff like that. It was all navy pants and a Bancroft shirt, if I'm not mistaken. It was likely blue, like a sky blue, something like that. I think that's how that went. But yeah, we here. Bancroft Middle School and Performing Arts Magnets. Yeah, man, looked like a prison. Always did. This place looked like a damn prison. Kid you not. But yeah, this is where I was at between what, 94 and 97, I think were the years. I think that's how that went. I graduated from elementary in 95. So it was like 96 to 98, because remember I went to, for 6th grade, I went to Blessed Sacrament, of course. So that was 96. This was 97, 98. And in Hollywood, I went to, that started in like 99. So yeah, I think that's how that went. And yeah, this is where I had my graduation day. This is the last time I was here. Of course, that has been some changes. Definitely wasn't rainbow colored stairs back when I was a kid. Although Santa Monica is LGBTQ, this is basically their hood, if you want to know the truth. This is definitely the hub for LGBTQ. So yeah, that is something that is a fact. You go around the corner, if you ain't down with them, you're gonna have problems. I'm gonna tell you right now. Always like that. It was always like that. But the school didn't have that really represented here. It was kids with, just kids. And this is what it was, man. This is where I went to school, junior high. A lot of people that were from where I was from went to LeConte. Some of them went to JB, John Burroughs. But not me. This is exactly where I ended up going. I went here. And it was actually outside of my neighborhood. But because my boy Lester and a few of my other friends, I think Osiris, a couple of my big homies, wanted to go here, I had to follow them here. You know me, I'm following people to different schools. So back then it was following friends to, I think it was Keontae we were following to Blessed Sacrament, and he ended up not going. I think that's how that went. Or Lester, I don't remember which one of my best friends ended up not going to Blessed Sacrament, but I did end up going, and it was expensive and it was hell. So after like a semester of that, or 2 semesters, I don't remember, I think it was probably only 1 semester, I came here, following friends over here to a public school once again. And it was what it was, man. I did not like school. This was the thick of me hating school. This is when I learned to really hate school. There wasn't anything going on here. It was just myself. I just had the anxiety, and there was no definition for that. Nobody really knew what the hell it was. But can't see it in there, but I can. Just come through here and leave out the back way. This is like the back of the school exit area. I remember walking through here many times. And access to the school is limited, although I think you can get in through the garage area, but I have no interest. I just kind of wanted to show myself the place itself. You know, I didn't really need to get in there and walk around. All that stuff is not that serious. But you see, it's brick, man. This place is brick. You know what I mean? It's just definitely built like a prison. I ain't gonna even lie to you guys. This place has always been awkwardly built for LA schools. It always looked like it was high school from back east or something. It was built like it belonged in like New York or Maryland or something. But yeah, man, I had some good times here too, man. It was just a lot of anxiety. If I really think about how I felt here, anxious all the time, a lot of time, uncomfortable, you know, trying to be around cool kids, that kind of thing, coming into my own. We did have some good times though. It wasn't all bad. Going down this alleyway back in the day, this alleyway a bunch of times, you know. For me, it's just a walk down memory lane. Ain't nothing new. It's always been hood too. You know, a lot of people that I knew were affiliated with different hoods and stuff like that here in this area, but you know, I was never into that. My business kind of kept myself to myself as it pertains to that kind of thing. Some of the friends, they were affiliated or not, but usually I had really nice, kind friends. We wasn't involved in nothing too serious, you know. That's how it was for me. Kind of get a better look at the school, I think, through here. No, not really. Not really. But, you know, this is what it was. Bancroft Mid. You know, Bancroft Cougars. And even though I was only here for 2 years, boy, was it a very distinctive time in my life. Just because of when it was, you know. When it was. Like the thick of the end of the Tupac era, right after Pac had died, that kind of thing. So that was a big deal coming through here. I remember my boy Osiris had a Jason Kidd jersey. I think that was like Jason Kidd's rookie year when he and Grant Hill won the co-rookie of the year that era. So yeah, man, let me see if I can get a little better look. It still smells the same too. It has a distinctive smell over here. I guess it's from that factory behind us. But I remember that smell. Bancroft Mid. You can see the bungalows, buildings over there. You know, played basketball over here a lot. These courts, I don't know if they still look the same. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, the same courts. Yeah, you can see a little better than I thought. Through here. You know, Bancroft, this is what it was. A lot of memories and more feelings. You know what I mean? You feel the vibe of being over here. You smell the smell. You walk down the street. You walk past the LGBTQ area in Santa Monica that you got to get to in order to get here. It's like, it's a whole vibe over here, man. That I very much was growing up in, more or less. Real key times in my life, 13, 14, you know, that kind of thing. That's when I was over here. And, you know, can't say I remember all of this very well. Like, I really don't. It wasn't as distinctive to me as Blessed Sacrament was because I did spend so much time away. You know, but walking here was a blast from the past. From where my boy Les used to live, that Poinsettia area I was showing y'all. You know, it was a blast from the past for me. This school never was much to look at. This is a bunch of brick. Honestly, it wasn't like it was a whole lot to it. But this is where we are, man. This was where I went to junior high for 2 years. Of course, 3 years is what you're actually supposed to do, but as I told you guys, I was at Blessed Sacrament for a year. So it wasn't the same thing, man, for me. I was here for a brief moment, but I did graduate. I had a whole ceremony, walked across the stage, got a diploma and everything. Only school, well, no, I graduated from elementary school, but I definitely did not graduate from high school. No, I went to LA High, the adult school, to get my GED. And I actually never retrieved my diploma from there because it was like a GED / high school diploma program, and I never received my high school diploma. It's still somewhere in somebody's file cabinet. Achieved, but never actually received. Still don't have it. This is very second. I could probably have somebody print it out for me at LA High, but Yeah, I never actually got that. I got the GED though, but I did achieve my my high school diploma officially through that program where you can get both. I don't even know there was any difference, but apparently there's a difference. And I got them both, or rather I earned them both. That might be something I can do on this side of town at some point, going back and get that high school diploma from LA High, because it is definitely owed. And you went through that program, walking home at night from like 9 o'clock at night, because I would leave there late. Yeah, that is definitely something I want to do for myself. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, I just want to come down here and show y'all this place. What I'm gonna do, just kind of show y'all everywhere I've ever been, everywhere that ever meant anything to me, everywhere that I grew to love myself or not. In this place, basically not. Got your little school bus here. I got on these school buses a million times. This is how LAUSD school buses look, although this is a little bit of a short one. It's mid-short. Mid-short. I wouldn't say that's the short bus, but it is kind of mid-short. Yeah, they were a little longer than that, but those are our typical school buses, man. Still got the same school buses. It's strange how certain things can change so much, but school buses never do. Same school buses from when I was a very small child all the way up till now. They probably use the same damn ones. Nothing's changed about them at all from what I saw there. No technology added. I wonder if they even added any seat belts, because back in the day most of the school buses did not have seat belts, which never made any sense to me. Even when I was a kid I didn't understand that. But yeah, man, Bancroft, let's call it Bankrupt. Everybody went here would call it Bankrupt. Got a summer food program. I don't know if they had that back then, not when I was going here. No, you had to pay for your lunch tickets, and if you didn't have lunch tickets, sometimes you can get them from other people, but if you didn't have lunch tickets, you wasn't getting no lunch. It's not one of those proper situations. Nah, it takes money to eat at junior high school. And they had this is what I learned to appreciate about this place back in the day, is they had like vending machines, which was rare because I didn't have them at my elementary school or at Blessed Sacrament. There were no vending machines, so here you can get some soda and chips and stuff like that. And for me, that was like mind-blowing to have stuff like that at school. So you telling me I could take a couple dollars and buy junk food? Oh, back in the day, that was all I wanted. So yeah, man, I'm here. This is it. I forgot that this place had so little to look at. I honestly didn't. I remembered, but not that it wouldn't be much to look at once we got here. No, I didn't remember to that degree. But it's a school day, man. It's a quiet school day for these guys, you know. Everybody's there. Everybody's in class. They're gonna be letting out the next 35 minutes and flooding the block like crazy. It's coming. You're gonna hear that bell ring if I'm around here long enough. But you know, different. This is when I learned about periods: first period, second period, third period, homeroom. This is when you learn about that here, because I didn't have that in any of the other places I went to. He had like different classes at Blessed Sacrament. It was like 3 classes. That was it. This is when you had the real official. Everybody has a different class. Everybody has their own group of classes. It was like a whole new thing for me that I thought was really interesting when I first got here. But yeah, this is it. Bancroft Bancroft Cougars. You know, pretty big school. That's a real school bus right there. You see LA school bus. That's the real deal. But yeah, man. Bancroft Middle School. What can I say? First time I've been over here in about 18 years, man. Yeah, 1996, 1998. I graduated in 98. So, in about 16 years. Because I'm pretty damn certain I didn't come back over here but 1 time or 2 times after I graduated. Like, I really didn't even walk down this street or ride down this street at all. I do remember that I went to some things. This place, this is like a what do you call it? You know, where they do like the TV shows and stuff like that. I do remember coming over here a couple of times doing some extra work, which is something I did a lot to get a little money while I was in junior high school and high school. I did that a whole lot, actually. Go to Burbank and go to BET Live, sit up there and clap. I did that stuff so much after junior high, and it would just give me like $30, $40, junk food money, video game money. Not really video game money, but you know, just something that would allow me to have a little money in my pocket and do little things with my friends, stuff that we would do with our buddies. So That's what this area reminds me of as well, because there was a lot of studios around here that we would go to for that. But yeah, man, this is the outing I guess the Lord wanted me to come on. You know, come down here to the last little place I had yet to come to, show y'all everything that there was for me to see basically during my childhood in Hollywood. I've been to all the places, just about all of them now. It's about, like, I can't think of nowhere else you would otherwise want to see from my childhood that I haven't shown you in these videos since I've been in North Hollywood. And that's what I appreciate, because I was in Lenox for what, 10 years, and I was hardly ever leaving the house. If I was in a car going to various different places that had nothing to do with coming to this side of town. So this is the first time since I left Hollywood that I was actually able to come to this particular spot, of course. And who knows when I'll come back again, if I ever come back again, truthfully. But it was nice to at least be able to capture this online for you guys and for myself. Look at that. I see some pork rinds, and I remember walking down this street with a bag of pork rinds, because that was something I like to eat a lot. Irony, it was just a bag of pork rinds sitting there at random. But a lot has changed. Definitely wasn't there. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it was a club that I used to go to. I don't remember what they called it, but it was a club for people under the age of 18. I don't remember if it was in this building or somewhere further down, but they would have us, the youngsters, and then certain nights it would be clubs for the old guys, 18 and over. And you know, they had a lot of different types of stuff that wasn't necessarily for me, LGBTQ stuff, but they would occasionally have a straight night, and when they did, it would be popping. We'd go up in there, and sometimes we'd be in there with people older than us, which kind of made it weird because it wasn't only for youngsters. So it was like, I don't know how that worked, to be honest with you, to where it's a 16 and over night. That's something that probably shouldn't be, but it is what it is, man. That's kind of how that went. So yeah, definitely getting the hell out of this neighborhood. That is a fact. Get out of here. This is where we didn't want to walk, to be honest with you. You come out of school and then you want to go to the left. You did not. You didn't want to come this way. No. But you know, it is what it is, man. It's just a familiar place for me from here, and always remembered how I felt being on this side of town. They've since turned the neighborhood Del Taco into a Walgreens, which is kind of interesting because it was just so prominent to go to that Del Taco. It's a Walgreens now on the corner on the left side there. That public storage has always been that. That's always been that. But that Walgreens, no, that's where you go to Del Taco. And we went to that Del Taco quite a bit. I didn't like it as much as Taco Bell, but it was tolerable, that kind of thing, you know, close by, the closest thing you could get after school. We would go there all the time. Me and my buddies, this is where we would go. They just turned it into a damn Walgreens. I don't think that would have been useless to us as a kid, but if I had to choose, it would probably be a Del Taco if I were a kid, than damn Walgreens, honestly. I much rather prefer somewhere to eat than just somewhere I can get, well, junk food, I don't know. But yeah, there's a Subway over here, but I don't remember. I think that Subway was always there. I think that. Honestly, don't remember. But yeah, man, public storage always been there. Always been that on both sides of the street. And head back down Highland, and this heads you back to Hollywood, where I'm headed. Get me back to Hollywood and Highland, get back on the right side of town so I can get back to eat at home, because I'm not spending a single dime anywhere, as you guys probably already know. I ain't doing that. And I got some good food at the house. You know what I like to eat. So this just gave me an opportunity to get somewhere else, go somewhere I had yet to be since I've been on this side of town. I don't know what the future holds for me in regards to Los Angeles, so it is meaningful to me to kind of just come here and walk around and see all the stuff that I grew up, you know, walking around, see what's changed, see what's the same. I see my neighborhood Jack in the Box is still the same, but a lot of places that were there for as long as I can remember are gone now, particularly that Acapulco and that El Pollo Loco on La Brea is gone. That was like, what? You talk about something that you see in your whole life never change, leave for 10 years, come back and it's different. That is one of those. I was here till I was 16 years old, and it was never a time when that El Pollo Loco wasn't there. That was there from birth for me. But yeah, man, I remember this being a very long walk when I was a kid, headed back from this place to Hollywood. This felt like a long walk when I was a child. We're gonna see how it feels now, though. I don't think it feels as long as it used to. But you know, excuse me, back on this side of town, I can honestly tell you, I do love Hollywood. And if it were affordable, I wouldn't mind living here, but it's also nice to see something different. It's also nice to have lived in Inglewood now and Lenox now. You know, it's very nice to be able to say I left home, even though I didn't actually leave the city. I left this place, you know, and was able to see it change when I returned. And as it's changed, you know, it's a bit of a shock in a way, but things change. That's the bottom line. Things change no matter where you're at, especially young people. Take a good snapshot of your hometown if you're still home, especially if you plan on leaving, because you're going to come back and you're going to see a lot that's changed. Businesses and buildings and things like that, they just change, man. And it's a real shock to the mind when you actually come back. That's what I can tell you, as I'm experiencing that somewhat right now. But yeah, just walking down Highland, ain't nothing special over here. I snap this thing back on a little later, give y'all something to look at if there's anything. If not, headed home. BDF 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.